On this video, I'm going to show you how I get ready for a Taylor Swift concert. First things first, you need to come up with an idea for a costume. So I have my idea, and next you need to figure out what signs are going to go with the costume. So I've started that process. I've gotten a big box, sketched out the shape of what I'm gonna cut out. Now I have my box cutter, so here we go. You want to make sure that you're meeting any sign requirements for your venue. I can't find the sign requirements for AT&T, which is what I'm making this sign for. So I'm gonna go with like a generic, just a little bit larger than like an 8x12. I'm going with my two sisters, so we're gonna each have a sign about this size. So you can see like I've sketched out to make sure the shapes are gonna work, and now I'm just cutting them out. Well, you may have figured out one person's holding up, the next person will be holding up, and the next person will be holding up. Phantom, we're gonna all dress up as Phantom of the Opera. For the song lyric, I can be your Phantom. This 12-inch by 3 foot, it came in 2 sheets of glitter, but it's like not gonna come off, and it's made for a Cricut, but I'm going to use it. I'm just gonna lay the letters on here now, trace it, cut it out, and I think it'll be just enough for the words. And then for the actual Phantom mask here on the end, I have some white duct tape, and hopefully it'll be enough to cover everything. Actually, I think first I'm going to try this crafting duct tape and just try covering the letters, because if it doesn't work, I can always go back to this idea, but vice versa would stink because this is more expensive. I'm just not sure I have enough of this, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Well, I had enough for pretty much all of it. Had to do some piecemealing towards the end, but see, that's gonna be white duct tape anyway. Definitely gonna need to do some reinforcing. My O is barely hanging on, but I even left, like I didn't cover the edge there, but it'll just give us a spot to hold on to without covering the actual letter. And since this is for being viewed from far away, it's okay if it's not perfect. That's the great part about signs. I covered the Phantom mask in white duct tape, cut the eye out, and then just put skewers on the back to kind of reinforce it. As I mentioned, the O was really floppy. So I'm going to leave those to dry overnight. The only thing left to do with these would be punch holes in them and tape the backs of the all over with the lights to where the lights stay secure and shine through. And I think that's going to really sparkle well with the silvery, shiny, whatever you want to call that I put on there. But unfortunately, I just spent like an hour looking for them and can't find them since I moved. So I don't know when that step's going to happen, but we'll see. I just got home from work and look what came in today. 2 more capes. So I've got all 3 capes now. These appear to be holding up well. Hopefully that looks like a Phantom mask. I think I need to trim that a little bit to make it actually look like a nose. But you can see the O is much sturdier now. I'm really happy with the way it all turned out. So the next step will be put lights on, but I'm going to actually go work out first and then come back and do this. Work before play, right? Okay. So first thing you want to do is get your lights, put batteries in them, which I've done, and turn them on. And you're going to want to turn all of them on because you want to make sure they're about the same brightness, because I have a few that are like really dim for some reason, even with new batteries. So you just want to turn them on and make sure they all work and look the same. And then count I like to untangle them. Oh, well, I'll untangle it in a second when I have both hands. But untangle it and count how many lights you've got so you know how many holes to make. And then you just need like a little thing like this. Kind of count out where you want them. Some people like to put dots on there. I just have 20 lights, so I don't have to do dots. But then you just start poking holes. I like to poke from the front. That way any loose particles are on the back and it's not gonna like fray this tape. So let's do that. So a little change of plans. I'm not able to push this through the tape and the cardboard. So I am actually marking it with a Sharpie. I'm just using purple because honestly it's just what I add out. And marking it. And if I mark the wrong spot, you can't tell because of the tape. I'll have to be more careful on this probably. And then I am using the box cutter to just kind of start poking the hole, and then this to finish poking the hole, and it gets it the right size to push the lights through. And then I'm just using packing tape, moving storage tape, to tape the lights down on the back. So when you're deciding where to put the holes, things to remember is you can only go so far between each one in order for the lights to actually fit, because they're not movable on the wires. And you don't necessarily have to go in order. So just because the T goes down and back, I know that's not a good use of my wires, so I go down and I went across. And you can see I kind of crisscrossed them right there because I wanted to get all of this covered before so I could end in a different spot. So I just tape it down so the wires aren't hanging everywhere, and then tape that battery pack down as well so that it doesn't wiggle off. The signs are done. We each hold a section, spells out Phantom, it lights up, and it has a little mask on the end. Yay! Okay, now we are working on the actual capes and costumes for the Arlington Night 1 show. I'm also going to the Houston show, which is before Arlington Night 1, but I have got a dress over there that I'm going to wear, but my friend is actually making the like cloaks that we're wearing for that show, because that way all three of them will look alike. And she has a degree in art, I have a degree in business. Big difference of who gets to do what. But anyway, so this is still the Phantom outfit, and I'll show you what I've done so far and how I've done it. I did a trial run with cutting the letters out. You can see the only things I've done so far are things that are symmetrical. You'll see why in a second. I tested putting it on. I wanted to make sure it wasn't one of those things that had to be like, when you put it on, that it has to be mirrored or anything. So it's not. This is the Cricut paper that I mentioned earlier. So what I'm doing is drawing on the back. I'm using a Sharpie because when I tried using a pencil, I just couldn't even see it. So I'm using a Sharpie, but that's why I'm doing it on the back. So that way, if I don't cut exactly right, if I mess up, it won't be seen. And then I'm just cutting it out. The reason you see like 3 H's and like 2 O's, because the other O is already on the fabric, is I'm trying to make them somewhat all the same size so the capes will look like they actually belong together. And I tried it on earlier, and so then I just kind of marked it where the center of my back was. Hopefully it's the center. If not, I'll fix it with the roses. But put that on. We're gonna tuck the hoods in because otherwise it covers up like your whole back. But that's the game plan. And literally, you don't have to put paper or anything down. I have a piece of cardboard underneath there just so I don't like melt it to the flooring or anything. But I'll show you in a second, but I just hold it on there and just use the iron, and so far it stayed. I'm not too worried about it since it's not going to go in the washer or anything. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. So stay tuned and watch me mess up as I do the more difficult letters. The first word is done. I'm just writing phantom on each one, but I'm still gonna put like roses and stuff around if I can figure out how to adhere those to the fabric. But I'm pretty excited that I got the first one done. So you just iron them right on. You don't even have to hold the iron on there for very long. And I'll do one in real time in just a second. And then you just peel these off, which the corners start to kind of peel off whenever it's really starting to stick to the fabric. So I'll show you guys. So here's the first one that I just showed you, but I put it on to make sure, I don't know, that it like worked when you put it on. So it's good. I like it. I did kind of the wonky lettering. Sorry, the lighting's crazy in here. It's impossible to turn the fan off if I want the lights on. Whatever, long story. But I didn't even try to make the letters straight. One, it'd be way too long. And two, I wanted the letters as big as I could make them so that you could actually see it. And three, straight lines stressed me out. Well, the roses I bought are not iron-on, so I just hot glued them on. But that makes two of the capes that are completely done. Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna talk you guys through how I've been doing this. So the video's gonna be kind of jumbled, but it'll be okay. We'll work through it in the editing process. Alright, so right now, you can't even see me. This is gonna be hard because I need both my hands. Okay, I'm just laying out the cape nice and flat on this cardboard. I've got it pinched where it kind of sits in the middle of my back. So that way I don't want to accidentally put the words up so high that they're like up under my neck or on my shoulders or something. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, honestly. I center it on the hood because that's how the cape's going to naturally sit. I just keep calling it a cape. I don't even know if it's like actually a cape or a cloak or I don't know. We'll roll with it. Okay, so I have all the letters cut out as you saw earlier. So my pants keep falling down. Should have worn a belt. I hate wearing belts, so I didn't do that. Okay, now I lay them all out to make sure they just kind of go together, that I didn't lose one. That'd be a big problem. Plus then I can kind of get the spacing for how I want to do it. So we'll see. Got the spacing down. I don't worry about getting it exact at this point because I'm going to have to do this in steps anyway. I can't hold them all well enough to just like iron all the letters on at once. So what I do is the P and the H, and I go ahead and move these off out of my way because I don't want to accidentally start ironing like the corner of the A or something and it be completely not where I want it. So I just make sure it's smooth and iron, iron, iron. You really don't have to iron it long at all. Wow, that H is real crooked, but that's okay. I do it with the kind of covering on it. I think the biggest thing is just making sure that the fabric isn't gathered up underneath it and that you're constantly moving the iron. Okay, I found a kind of a weird angle, but a way to prop up the phone where you can actually see what I'm doing. So now we're just gonna go with the A next, because I like to put the N like right underneath the A. So I have to do them one at a time because I can't hold them both at the same time. And what I was saying a while ago is I leave like the plastic sheet over the glitter while I'm doing the ironing, because I don't want glitter all over my iron. And you can kind of tell when it's starting to really stick, because it'll look like the edges are coming up, but from what I can tell is it's actually that clear coating starting to come off. So that's how I've been just kind of knowing that it's ready for me to move on to the next piece. Plus, like I said, because I do each letter one at a time, I mean, I did like the P and the H together, but so far I'm doing the others one at a time. The edges, you end up doing them kind of multiple times, because the way I put the N underneath the A means the bottom part of the A gets done again whenever I'm putting the N on there. I've been really happy with how this has turned out so far. I'm not someone who's really good at arts and crafts, but so far this is working out pretty well as far as I haven't melted a cape yet, and making pretty good time, I would think, for how long it takes. I don't know, it gives me something to do. I just moved to Houston a few months ago, so I don't really know a lot of people yet. But this is not for the Houston show. For that show, I have a friend making the costumes. She's making part of it. I'm gonna make signs, which I'll make a different video because this one's way too long as it is. But I'm making these for my sisters and I. So let's do this. See, as you can see, I think the big thing is keeping the iron moving. You do not want to burn a hole, and this is really thin material. So that's a big thing anytime you're ironing, really. But oh, see, like this plastic is coming off already. I'm not super thrilled about that, but make it work. So yeah, now we are done with the iron. Gonna go ahead and unplug it, let it start cooling, and then I'll show you, excuse my hand while I pick up the camera. So I was saying the M is already coming up. This is it. It's just this little plastic sheeting, and you just peel it right off. I don't really know if I can do it one-handed because I usually hold the cape with one hand and peel with the other, but let's see if I can do this. It's really not that hard. It's just hard with one hand because I keep pulling the whole cape up. So this one, it's hard to start from the middle. You really want to start from one of the edges. Here we go, the A will work. See, it just peels right off, and I'm doing that one-handed. So you can imagine with two hands, it goes pretty quick. And you can really tell a difference. Not only can you tell the difference, you can feel the difference of when it has it on there versus not on there. Right now, only the A has it off. You can feel this is smooth and this is coarse because it's got glitter. There we go. You can kind of see it's not centered. Like here's the seam over here, but then over here's the seam. I thought I was too far over this way, ends up I was too far over this way. Meh, it works. It'll just be on our back, so it'll be fine. We can always kind of just drape this under. So yeah, here's the what the capes look like.
Hey guys, I got home from work today, checked the mail, and the iron-ons for the shirts came in. So I ordered them off of Etsy. Not Etsy. I always get the word Etsy and Ipsy like combined. So I ordered them off of Etsy, and it even came with some instructions on how to like apply the iron-ons, which is good because I don't think I've ever done this. So I'm a little nervous because this, unlike the capes, it actually matters like if it's centered and like if it's too high or if it's too low. So I'm a little nervous, but we'll give it a shot. And so I read through the instructions. It's just a one-pager. And so one thing to know, it says don't wash if the fabric that you're using has used fabric softener, it says you should rewash it without that. These are brand new. I haven't even pre-washed them, which I'm probably going to regret because they are 100% cotton, just men's black V-neck shirts. So I'm probably gonna regret that, but whatever, after this, they're probably just gonna become four-wheeling shirts because I don't really know when I'm going to wear a shirt that says I can be a phantom after Taylor Swift or maybe Halloween. So first it says remove all the paper and everything from the shirts. I have done that. And put the iron on the hottest setting. That is complete. And lay the garment flat. It says on the ironing board, and iron out any wrinkles from the garment. So I did not pull my ironing board out for this, but I actually have cardboard, the t-shirt cutouts underneath, so we should be fine. So I'm just going to iron the shirt. And then it does say that if you're going to wash the shirts after you get after you put the iron on there, then you should wash them inside out and hang dry. So I'll probably do that when I wash them after the concert, because I am gonna maybe wear it for Halloween or something. I don't know. I'll at least wash it before I go four-wheeling in it, just because after a Taylor Swift concert, I'll definitely be hot and probably covered in glitter. So now I'm just waiting for it to cool to the touch, and it says I'm going to actually place this label. So they came all stacked together, taped to some paper here. Part of me is wishing I had just ordered the shirts themselves already done. I'm getting really nervous that I'm gonna mess this up. But, okay. Alright, so I pulled all of them off. They're stuck together. There we go. Okay, so it's all one piece. It says to lay it as if I'm reading it, not to try to like reverse it or anything. So I'm going to do that, and then in a circular continuous motion, iron it for 30 to 45 seconds. But first, place a pillowcase or sheet over the transfer. So you can see I've got some stuff stacked here to use for that. And then let it completely cool and repeat the whole ironing part 2 more times. So it'll be a total of anywhere from 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes and 15 seconds of ironing, but letting it cool between each section. And then just basically try to take off the plastic, and if the letters start to come off, just iron it some more with the pillowcase over it. And yeah, so I just keep doing that until I can actually pull it off. And then it says you can discard the plastic or use it if you have another iron-on. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. And now cool. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have done the iron for 30 to 45 seconds and let it completely cool cycle for about 20 minutes now. So I'm very frustrated with it. I don't understand why it's not sticking. The Cricut paper stuck so easily, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm tempted to just not use the pillowcase and see if maybe it's too thick, but I'm just gonna wait before I do that because I don't want to mess it up. And I'm going to message the person I ordered this from because I paid $30 for these, so I feel like that's pretty expensive and I need some help. So it's only been maybe 20 or 30 minutes since I emailed the Etsy lady, so she hasn't emailed me back, but I reached out to a couple of my friends who are really good at this stuff, and they encouraged me to only focus on like one section of the iron-on instead of the whole thing. That maybe I was going too fast because I was trying to do the circles on the whole thing. And so I'm doing that and it seems to be working. The first shirt is done. I've been using just the plastic on the second one and it seems to go a lot better. I think it also helps that I can kind of see it melting to it, which makes me feel better that I can see progress. So I've done this one 3 times, unlike what I did the first one. I kid you not, I think I did it like 12 or 13 times. And see, it's peeling right off. I'm gonna set the phone down just so I don't mess anything up. So this one is done. I'm leaving it on the cardboard overnight just because I don't like messing with it and I'm tired. I had to take this one off because I only have 2 cardboards and I'm doing 3 shirts. This one is cooling. So I'm gonna save the plastic just in case I need to put it back on there and like redo them one more time tomorrow. I'm just really tired tonight and I got frustrated and so I'm over it. But honestly guys, I think this is user error. Like I don't think it's the Ipsy person's fault. Oh, I need to use both hands, hold on. And just like that, we're done. We're done. Well guys, I finished the costume. Our shirt says, I can be a phantom. Got our phantom mask, the hood if we want to wear it, and then the back, hopefully you can see it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I went to Houston last night and it was so awesome. So I cannot wait to show my sisters this concert Friday night. Today is Sunday. I'm going to get this vlog up today. And the concert is Friday, and guys, I'm so excited. You can hear my voice change this at the end of this video because my voice is so hoarse from screaming my head off and dancing my heart out with my friends. The Houston outfit I will wear again on night 2 of Arlington. This is the night 1 outfit. And guys, I am so excited. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the outfits, and yeah, just thank you. Please thumbs up this video. Please share it. I would seriously die to get rep room. I've never met Taylor. I've been going to her concerts ever since Speak Now. And I mean, I've been in nosebleeds. I've been in pit multiple times. I've traveled internationally trying to meet her. So please share this video so I can hopefully get rep room, because guys, seriously, I would like die. And just thank you for watching. Bye.